Hello, so another beer review. So today we have a beer from Brew York. It's a Canada Central Dark, a vanilla oatmeal stout at 4.9%. It feels like a while since I last reviewed a stout. I mean, I guess it's not really stout season at the moment, that might be why. And I don't tend to drink that many low ABV stouts, and I don't tend to start my drinking with high ABV stouts. So again, that's probably also kind of why they don't feature as much as maybe some other styles. It's not because I don't like stouts, I absolutely love stouts. One of my favourite style of beers, but particularly stronger ones. But this one's only 4.9%. Central Park is a sea of calm in the maelstrom of New York City, somewhere to take time to realise that it's not all about the massive things in life. Much like this, we took a step back from the huge full-on stouts to take time for more relaxed and lighter take on that style of beer. Much like the thriving fauna in the lakes of the park, we have introduced many different malts into the mash and allow them to flourish into a vibrant and wonderfully rich beer. We then infused vanilla into it to impart florality and joie de vivre, reminiscent of the city the park is part of. I probably didn't pronounce that French bit correctly, but never mind. The malts are pale Munich, torrefied barley, malted oats, flaked oats, brown chocolate and roasted barley. Has tonka beans in it as well as vanilla. Brew York love the tonka beans. I haven't mentioned that though. It's not one of their tonkokos. I feel like they could have marketed this as vanilla tonkoko or something. It's got tonka beans in. I suppose it hasn't got coconut in, has it? I think it's the same ABV, maybe a little bit higher. So yeah, let's get it cracked open. No lactose in this, so it's vegan friendly. Lovely art as always. Let's get it open. I've had this for a little while now. It's from, I doing the Brew York sub box. This is from wasn't from the latest one. I think it's from the one before. Just haven't got around to it. But Paul's dark with a tan head. Yeah, a lot of head. Probably a shit pour from me, but it did seem quite lively when I opened it, so making excuses right away. Come on. Oh, I might just need this to settle a little bit. Yeah, this head isn't dissipating anytime soon, so I think we just better just soldier on. So yeah, lovely looking beer, dark, nice head. Like I said, great head retention because it's not going anywhere. Looks like slow moving carbonation. I think they did brew this beer once before, but I'm sure it was stronger. I think it was maybe 7.5% before, so they brewed it as a more session strength beer and given it the same name. Let's go in for the smell. So really getting the tonka actually, first and foremost, which is interesting considering it's not advertised as a tonka stout, it's advertised as a vanilla stout. But yeah, lots of tonka. I mean, you can get vanilla from tonka, but tonka I find does have quite a unique smell. It's probably not one you find as particularly unique when you first start drinking beer, but when you've had enough tonka stouts, you do start to really recognise the smell and the taste. Obviously, there is a bit of vanilla actually. Lots of roasted malts. Quite sweet smelling. Bit of maybe brown sugar in there. It smells nice though. Let's dive in. Yeah, tonka on the taste. Very much so. Yeah, a bit of vanilla. Bit of malt, a bit of coffee as well in there. Roasty toasty. Maybe a hint of chocolate. Got that oatmeal taste you get in oatmeal stouts. one thing I'm really noticing, it's a real lack of body. It's very thin. I mean, I know it's only 4.9%, so you're not expecting a big, thick, oily stout, but it's, yeah, it's a bit, the body's a bit dead, if I'm honest. There's a bit of carbonation, but I wouldn't even say it's creamy or anything. Yeah, the body's pretty poor. I mean, I know they can get decent bodies on low ABV stouts, Brew York, because Tonka's got a pretty decent body on it for the ABV. You know, so it's nowhere near level of tonka at all. Flavours are nice though. Flavours are pretty nice. But yeah, it's nothing. It's not the best beer Brew York have done by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely not the best stout, which is a style they are strong in my opinion. Stouts, I think they do some of the, particularly the stronger ones, I think are up there with some of the best in the country. But this one just feels a bit lacking, I guess. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a perfectly pleasant, enjoyable beer. It's just lacking that wow factor, I guess. Nothing really stands out about it. Like I said, the flavours are reasonably good. There's a nice bit of tonka, a bit of vanilla and some nice malt character. But body is pretty poor. Well, it's very poor. Got a nice bitterness on the finish. I feel like I'd be very negative on it, because don't get me right, it's not a bad beer at all. It's perfectly fine, and actually I wonder if, you know, they do this on cask as well, or they did do it on cask. I wonder if this would work better on cask at this ABV and Oatmeal Stout, because cask can often add a bit more sort of creaminess to it, and I think when you got these low ABV stouts, it's hard to get body into it without lactose. It's not impossible, but it's difficult, I think. Not that I'm saying all stouts should have lactose, not at all, but I think sometimes these low ABV stouts, they could just do a little bit of lactose. I mean, I know it's an oatmeal stout, not a milk stout, so. But yeah, it just feels lacking in some areas, but I mean, like I said, it's not a bad beer at all. It's, you know, it's enjoyable, it tastes nice. I think I just have very, very, very high expectations for Brew York. You know, they're my hometown brewery. I absolutely love them, and especially their stouts, and I think maybe I hold them on a sort of higher standard than a lot of breweries as a result of that. Unfairly, probably, but yeah. But no, this is a good beer. It's just not an amazing beer. It's a solid beer, but it could definitely be improved. Let's rate it up. I'll probably give this it's difficult, because even though there's a lot of stuff we could be better on, I'm sort of thinking of ratings I've given beers I've reviewed recently. I mean, my thought was 3.25, but then I thought of some of the beers I've given 3.25 to recently. You know, the Vocation one comes to mind. The Table Beer, there was another one, wasn't there, which another pale ale of some kind, which wasn't particularly great. I don't want to. I think this is better than them, but at the same time, 3.5, it feels a little high. So really, it's probably between 3.25 and 3.5. I'm going to give it 3.5 because I haven't got Untappd Premium, so I can't do the increments, unfortunately. But it's between 3.25 and 3.5, you know. It's less than a 7 out of 10, but more than a 6.5 out of 10, I guess. And I am generous with my scoring, I know I am, you know. For me, I do 3 as the average, you know, rather than 2.5 as the average, which I probably should. So, yeah, let's say 3.5, just because that's what I'll check it into on Untappd as, but it's between a 3.25 and a 3.5, I think. So yeah, sorry, I've just really I managed to have like about a 5-minute bloody chat about fucking ratings on Untappd. Please drop us your thoughts below. Give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, click that icon to be alerted of all future videos, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.